Hello world, I am Chitti, speed 1 terahertz, memory 1 zettabyte. Hello, I am Chitti, speed 1 terahertz, memory 1 zettabyte. Have you ever wondered what a zettabyte is? Because obviously we have heard this line from the one of the most iconic movies of Bollywood. Okay, so jokes apart, but I will tell you at the end of the video what like how the memory works in the computer systems. So stay tuned till the end of the video for more such updates. Subscribe to my channel Bhilwara CA Gurukul. Hello everyone, this is Rishi Rishabh Jain and you are on Bhilwara CA Gurukul channel. So welcome to my channel, and we are in between of online mentoring program by Bhilwara CA Gurukul. This is Rishi Rishabh Jain, and today we are going to discuss the study strategy for day 8 and day 9 together. Stay tuned. So day 6 strategy, if you remember, we have already completed section 4 in days. Now we started on day 7 with section 7 in days. Hope you have actually completed in days 12, that is taxes on income, and in days 21, that is foreign currency. I think these indices were not that easy, but still you would have grabbed that how the questions you have to practice and how the questions will be tested in exams. Hopefully you have also revised 6 standards, 200 series standards and SQC1 with all the questions plus professional ethics questions, at least 10 questions. So same thing we will be going to do for day 8 and day 9 also. So quickly start with day 8 and day 9. So talking about FR now, I think you would have completed these indices. Now till here we were supposed to complete. Now in section 4 we are left with 5 indices. Okay, so these are equally important indices, you cannot leave any indices. Although government grants, operating segment and RPT disclosures are easy, so what we are going to do is we are going to revise all these 5 standards in 2 days. Okay, in 2 days, that is not 2 days, that is exactly around 14 to 15 hours. Okay, so how you have to study 14 to 15 hours is these indices won't take more than 2 hours, 2 hours and 2 hours. So you are left with 9 hours for these two indices. So you can give around 4 hours for EPS and 4 hours for share based payment. So this is exactly what I have done. I have done in making the slots. So we are going to discuss slot number 8 and slot number 7 and slot number 8. I have given these two indices and these three indices separately because I think this should be the strategy, ideal strategy. You can shuffle between all these 5 indices and you have to complete it in like 2 slots, slot 7 and slot 8. Okay, so I don't think you need to much watch about revision lectures, but yeah, you if you want you can watch revision video on EPS thing because the calculation is good. So this standard is good, so you can watch revision lecture which will take around half hour only, and still if you want for you can watch again for revision video of share based payment, so which will take again half hour only. So 1 hour what we are going to do in FR is how we are going to bifurcate 15 hours revision video of 1 hour. Okay, then text, if you want to revise you can again revise, but I don't think once you have watched the revision video you don't have to go through the entire text again. And even if you don't have confidence then you can go. So half an hour for each index, so this will take around 2.5 hours. Okay, now talking about questions, this is the most important thing. So how many questions are we have to practice? So I have also calculated that. So these 5 indices, these 5 indices have roughly 9 plus 9 18 plus 6 24 and 8 32 33 and 54 something. So around 50 questions you have to do. Now taking standard efficiency of like questions of government grants won't take more than 5 minutes, but and RPT questions also won't take for more than 5 minutes, but share based payment and EPS questions will take around 15 minutes. So averaging it will take around, like we have to practice 50 questions, so we can take around 15 minutes per question. So that is roughly 750 minutes, which is roughly divided by 60, I think it is 12 hours. Okay, so 12 hours, 13 hours, whatever you say, 12 plus 3 15 16. So this is what ideal strategy will we will be studying these 5 Indies in 15 to 16 hours. Okay, so this is the standard. You have to watch the revision video, then go through the text if you want, and then revise, practice the questions. While practicing the questions, this is important, most important thing, that you have to mark the questions. You have to mark important question. You have to mark the tricks, which like where you were feeling that this might go wrong when if you don't skip it. So please mark the important questions and don't try to skip the questions. Just try to read the questions. For EPS and share based payment, you should practically solve each and every sum. You can ignore the similar types of sum, but you have to try at least 5 to 10 sums of EPS, and the same way 5 to 10 sum for this share based payment. Related party, operating segments and government grants, you have to revise every sum, and it won't take much more time also. So we have here Ind AS 20, I guess 20 24 33 20 24 33 102 and 108. Yes, 102 and 108. So this is day 8 and day 9 combined strategy we are talking about. Hopefully you will practice the sums and you will solve the sums, and if you have any doubts you can ask me. Around 50 questions. Okay, now getting back to audit. So audit, I think you might have completed SA 200 series at least. Even if you have left one of the Ind AS of SQC1 or SQC 299, that is fine, but we were supposed to complete it in around 12 to 13 hours. So these questions would have taken some time, but it's fine. You have to like start. If you have started SA 200 series, then it is fine. Now what we will do is we are going to study technically. So before starting with the new slots, I'll tell you how to like study standards, like what should be the flow. I'll tell you here itself. We have to start with SA 300 series now. So what 300 series is like, this is first and foremost thing you should study is planning, how we will plan the audit. Okay, we are talking about planning the audit. Okay, audit of financial statement. So this is the overall plan for audit of financial statement. So this is the first thing we have to do. We have to study how do we plan the audit. Okay, and then we will identify and assess the risk. So we will study the risk of businesses by understanding the entity and its environment. So first we will plan the audit, and then we will discuss, like we will identify, we will assess, we will talk about what can be the risk. What risk is of material misstatement, we can say, of fraud or error. So misstatement is like fraud, error, intentional, unintentional, everything. So we are going to discuss how we have to plan the audit, and then we will study what are the risks, and then we will study materiality concept. Okay, and then we will identify how to assess those risks. Once the risks are assessed, how to give responses, like if we have identified that the one any particular business has high cash value transaction, so there is a risk that the cash transactions won't be recorded in its entirety. So now once we have identified, once we have assessed the risk, then we have to give a proper response, like we have to perform or further audit procedures or we have to perform test of control, test of details. So these are the responses then which we have to study. So we have to study how to plan the audit, and then we will discuss about the risk, and then about materiality in planning and performing the audit, and then responses to the risk. Okay, these two indices also you have to study. Audit consideration related to entity, service, organization. I won't tell you to leave this index essay, but I won't even tell you to study this index. So I am like at par with this index. If you have time, you can study. If you don't have interest in this index essay, you can leave it. Now we have to evaluate the misstatement identified. So earlier we were talking about the risk. Now we will talk about the idea, like when we searched for the risk. Now when we perform further audit procedures, then we might have found some misstatements. So now what we have to do with the misstatements, how we have to react with the misstatement, this is more important. So this is like evaluation of misstatement. So how we will evaluate, what is its materiality, what is its implication on true and fair value of the financial statement. So all we have to evaluate. So this is what is standard is all about, 450. So this should be the ideal strategy for you. So we will study till here, SA 540. Okay, in 2 days, basically on day 8 and day 9 we will study this. What we will study? Audit evidence in specific condition like inventory and all. Yeah, this is this one. Okay, this is external confirmations, initial or opening balances, analytical procedures, audit sampling, and audit of accounting estimates. This is important. Okay, including fair value estimate, because question generally comes on 540 and all. So this in standard is important. So this is the series you have to follow. These in essays are they're separate and linked together. These like they have to collect audit evidences and external confirmation. These in then after evaluation of misstatement, then we have to perform analytical procedures and audit sampling. So these are linked. Okay, then we have to make evaluate accounting estimates and also these indices. This is the flow which you have to follow as per my opinion. So in 2 days what we are going to study is we are going to study 300 series, 400 series, and half of 500 series. Sir, it will take too much time. No beta, it won't take you too much time, because like I have given here the number of questions also. So what you have to do is beta, you have to just, this is the slot 7 and slot 8 on day 8 and day 9. Okay, and day 9. So you can start with SA 500 series, which has 44 questions, or you can start with 300 series, which has 21 questions. Ideally, I think easy standard should be revised first. So this way you can start with this, you can stop here, and then you can start with 300, 315, 320, 330. Then you can study 540, 450 and 540. Okay, so ideally what we are going to do, we are going to study revision lectures first. Okay, revision lectures around, it will take around 2 hours, no issues. Then if we have to go to the text again, it's okay, we can go through the text, because we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 in 12 standards. 12 standards will take around 3 hours, and even if it takes more than 3 hours, you should not devote more time to that, because we are running short of time. And then this is the most important thing. So this is the balancing figure, basically text and all is the balancing figure. Yeah, I must say that text is the balancing figure. If you have time, you can study, because revision lectures, it is must, you have to revise. Okay, whatever time it takes, but it won't take 2 hours, it will take around 1.5. so we are still left with some hours. But talking about questions now, we have 44 plus 21, that is 44 plus 21 is 65 questions. So out of that, some questions will be repeated questions. So 50 questions which we have to study and mark 50 questions. Out of that, as 20 as important and 30 tricks. Okay, tricks in that question, and this as important questions. So 50 questions will take around 10 minutes roughly, no issues. 500 minutes we have. 500 minutes divided by 60, it is around 8 hours. So this is going about 13 hours. So we have little less time. So what we have to do is we have to just skim some few of the questions which are easy or easy to revise, or which are on similar pattern. Okay, so what we have to study smartly. We have to not just like study the question and go. Out of 50 na, even if you solve out of 65 questions, even if you solve 30 questions and you have conceptual clarity in these questions, this is more important than studying the entire 65 questions and having zero conceptual clarity in each and every sum. So you don't have to do that. You have to like study 3 or 4 questions of 500, 300, 315 series. That is fine, but you should know what you have to write. So you have to revise also. So I will update the slot for day 10, that before going further, first we will revise 200 series, 300 series and 500 series, and then we will go on further to study these hard in days. Okay, so that's another issue, but today what we have to do is we have to study 300 series and 500 series, half of 500 series. Okay, so I can write that here. So in day 8 and day 9, what we have to study in audit is SA 300 series and 500 series, 400 and 500 series, half only. Okay, and we have to practice around 50 questions and we have to mark important questions as well. So this is our target for day 8 and day 9. We will meet day after tomorrow, that is on day 10. Hope you guys are actually enjoying these videos and actually adhering to the time limits, time constraint, because what we have done, we have this time constraint now of group 1. We have to study best complete before around 15 to 20th September we have to finish group 1. So if you will delay this first FRN audit slot now, which we have to complete before 31st August, if you will delay this, or if you will leave topics, important topics which we have to study, which we cannot leave in exam now, so if you skip that topics now, then with this timeline is going to be pushed. In yesterday's lecture also I told you how we are going to complete it. Around 15th of October our course will be completed, so you still have around 15 days, 16 days left for your self revision. Apart from that, you can go with all these videos. You don't have to worry much about revision part, because I will be incorporating revision lectures in revision slots in between these 80 slots only, before 31st August, before 18th September, and then before 15th of October. So you don't have to worry about revision. I will give you enough time for revision. Okay, so resting my voice here. Students who are seriously studying can end this video here and then skip the video. And for students who want increase their little general knowledge, from from today's video now, I will be giving some general knowledge on each on random topics. Okay, so you know how computer memory works. CA final students or CA inter students, whoever are watching this video, can skip this video till the end. Okay, no issues. This is a general knowledge. I think mentoring is not only about guiding how to study, it is about guiding how to prepare your general knowledge, how to prepare your IQ, and how to use meditation and all for your efficiency. Okay, so this is general knowledge thing I am discussing with you. This is there is computer understands only one thing, which is on or off, that is 0 or 1 we can say. Okay, so 0 and 1 is called a bit. This is 1 bit. Okay, so there can be multiple bits. So when we combine 8 bits, it becomes a byte. Okay, so there is a difference between mega bit and megabyte. Okay, so this is the difference. Megabit has 1 bit, megabyte 1024 bits, megabyte has 8 into 1024 bits. So this is the difference, a basic difference. Now when we combine 1024 bytes it becomes a KB. So bit is written as small b, and byte is written as capital B. So mind that I am writing here as kilo B, KB, that is capital B. So this is kilobyte. Okay, this is not kilobit, this is kilobyte. So 1024 byte when combined becomes 1 KB. Okay, that is 1 kilobyte. And when we combine 1024 KB, it becomes an MB. The MB and GB are the most used word in our storage, because we have 512 MB of RAM. Random access memory is a type of memory. So this memory structure is used by random access memory also, and permanent SSD, HDD, SSD storage also. So what is HDD, SSD, and types of different types of storage, I will tell you, because new generation laptops and PCs are coming with SSD, 120 GB SSD. So earlier we used to have HDD, now the system has been upgraded to HDD. So what it will be, I will be discussing in the next lecture at the end of the video. Okay, so after MB comes GB, and then GB comes TB. So Chitti used to have this 1 TB. No, Chitti used to have 1 zettabyte. Okay, so Chitti was 1 zettabyte. So TB is 1000 GB. So nowadays, when we buy hard drive, external hard drive, it comes with like 1 TB or 2 TB hard drives, or maybe more than that, but we generally use in for regular purposes 1 TB or 2 TB hard drives. So this is 2 TB, that is 1024 GB. Okay, capital B. And then comes petabyte, that is 1024 TB. So no one uses petabyte in normal life. No one uses, I can say, if we talk about Facebook servers, so they have 100 petabyte of servers, only 100 petabyte of servers. Like Facebook has millions and millions, billions of users. It has around 3 or 4 billion users. So it has only 100 petabyte of information servers to be stored in, information to be stored in the servers. And exabyte is altogether different thing. And now then comes Chitti. So now you realize the greatness of Chitti. It can has up to 1024 EB. So that is 1024 into 1024 into 1024, 1, 2, 3 and 4 into 1024. This much GB. If you multiply it, Chitti has this much GB of storage information available, memory. And then comes yettabyte. So these 3 or these 4 are practically not usable for normal people. Petabyte is used by big organizations like Amazon, Facebook, WhatsApp. Okay, and now Telegram, we can say. Okay, so I end my video here with a thanking you note that students are actually coming through Quora and through YouTube channel. So if you are not if you have not read my Quora answers, these answers are very good and very helpful for students. And what I am guiding here, I have already written for particular subject, law and audit, the entire answer, entire 20 slots of 5 hours each I have updated there. So you can watch law and audit, you can read law and audit revision, like how to study and how to complete law and audit in 100 hours on Quora. I will be leaving the Quora link description in the description, links in the description below. Okay, and if you want to have personal mentoring program, you can contact me. I am little free nowadays, so I have started a batch, and now the batch is working good. There is one free batch, and the other there is paid batch. Paid batch is full, free batch is open. But what I do, there's a difference between paid batch and free batch, which I have given in the introduction below. You can watch the introduction video in the I button above by clicking the I button above. Now I will be updating you on day 10th, that is slot 9. That is day after tomorrow, and before that I will be uploading few revision lectures of Ind AS 115, Ind AS 116 and standards on auditing 200 series, 300 series and 500 series. Okay, so links will be given to you. And before that, please subscribe to this channel, and if you really think these videos are helpful for you, you can share these videos with your friends so that they can also get benefited from these videos. Thanking you, signing off. This is Rishabh Ji.